So I was wondering when we were gonna get an announcement like this. I didn't know if Corona had an impact on this or if anything else going on had an impact on this, but it'd been a while and we were all kind of wondering, when are we going to get some tournaments? Well, that question was answered today on MLB The Show's Twitter. They announced the MLB The Show 20 Summer Circuit, the first esports tournament of MLB 20. Now, before we even get into anything, say whatever you want about how the game isn't esports ready or the state of the game. All I know is that in that Madden championship, they were using like kickers at quarterback and stuff and running the ball every play. The meta of that game is broken, but people still watch because people love to see the best of the best go at it. The viewership is great, and it's a great way for them to get their community involved. It's a great way for them to market the game. No gameplay issues are going to stop any of these tournaments from happening. So let's talk about the MLB 20 Summer Circuit. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know in this video. I'm going to tell you how you can sign up, how you can play, and I'll give you guys all the details so you are ready to go. Leave a like on the video, by the way, if you guys are excited for this tournament, because I'm going to be playing in it. I won $1,000 in one of the tournaments last year. Hoping I can do that again. So this right here is the tweet from MLB The Show. It says, MLB The Show 20 Summer Circuit. Sign up now at the link. Qualifiers start this weekend. $25,000 in cash prizes plus digital rewards and MLB merch packages. Are you in? So right off the rip, a couple things to take away. 25 grand. The prize pools last year were what, like 10? And there's more things in there as far as not just the cash prizes. You got memorabilia, you got merch packages. That's gonna be cool. The one thing I don't like is how it says qualifiers start this weekend. Can we get a little bit more breathing room? Maybe give us like 2 weeks in advance or something. Just let people plan stuff out. I don't know, just maybe a small complaint. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. I don't know. When you click on that link in their tweet, it takes you to a PlayStation website where it tells you all about the Summer Circuit. And it says, compete for your share of the $25,000 grand prize in MLB The Show PS4 tournaments Summer Circuit. Win weekly rewards like stubs on your journey towards the title. The field is open to all eligible players. Keyword right there is eligible, and it tells you right down here, active PS Plus membership required, and you must be 18 and older and reside in the US or Canada. So if you're not 18, you can't play. If you don't live in North America, you can't play. Kinda sucks, but that's just the rules. We have a lot of dudes under 18 in this community who are absolute warriors at the game. So now let's take a look at the schedule. You got 5 weeks of qualifiers with the finals being on their own weekend. We can see that week 1 is the 20th and the 21st. Week 2 is the week after on the 27th. Week 3, there's gonna be a little bit of a break there, the 11th and the 12th. Week 4, another little bit of a break, 7/25 and 7/26. Week 5 is August 1st and 2nd, and then the finals are on August 8th and August 9th. Last year, we only had 4 weeks of qualifiers and then the tournament. This week, you got an extra week, so you got even more chances to qualify. Now, let's talk about the tournament format, because it is going to work slightly different than it did in the ESL tournaments last year. So, online qualifiers. There are 2 ways to qualify for the finals. Number 1, finish in the top 8 of any open qualifier. There's also an asterisk next to that, and you can see down at the bottom, players who already qualified through the open qualifiers, meaning that you made top 8, won't be able to join other qualifiers to ensure new players have a shot at earning a grand final slot. Going back up to the beginning here at number 2, score the highest point total across all qualifiers. A total of 128 players will take the field for the Summer Circuit Grand Finals. So once again, you got the point system, and you also have the top 8. I really like the top 8 rule. If you finish top 8, you're qualified, you're good, boom, you're done. You don't need to worry about the other qualifiers. But if you don't get top 8, you're gonna have to play the games and earn your points and get a high point total, because that is what is gonna get you in the tournament. Looking down a little bit lower, day 1 of the qualifiers features a Swiss format. Play 6 rounds against players of similar skill, whether you're a rookie or an all-star. Find enough holes in the competition to reach day 2, the elimination bracket. The top 128 will play best of 3 matches. Outplay opponents into the top 8 to qualify for the finals. Turn up the heat in these best of 5 face-offs for the open qualifier title. So once again, this is going to be a little bit different than what we're used to. Last year, it was just 4 games on Saturday, 4 games on Sunday. If you finished in the top 8 of points, boom, you were qualified. Now we have the 6 games on Saturday, and then if you play good in those 6 games, you get a spot in the top 128 for the bracket on Sunday, and then you play a bracket, and if you finish finish in the top 8 of the bracket, then you get to qualify for the grand finals. So it is going to work a little bit different. It might be a little bit confusing for some people, but that's the way it's going to go. Qualifiers will start at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's pretty late for qualifiers, man. Especially if you're playing 6 games. That seems to be really late. Those East Coast people, man, you guys are going to be up to really wee hours in the morning playing this probably. Okay, now talking about the overall ranking and the points distribution. Round the bases deeper into the bracket to earn more points from every qualifier. Outscore your opponents to steal a spot in the finals. So if you make the bracket on Sunday, you're automatically getting 2 points in the qualifiers. As you can see, round 28, that'd be the day of the bracket. There's 128 people in the bracket. So that's 2 points. If you win a game there and you make it to the round of 64, you got yourself 5 points. If you win a game from there and you make it to the round of 32, you're getting yourself 15 points. And then if you make it to the round of 16, you're getting 30 points, and then if you win in the round of 16, that would secure you a top 8 finish in the qualifiers, meaning that you qualify for the grand finals. And then on the seeding, players qualifying directly will be seeded based on their final rank in the qualifier, where the earlier qualifier will get the better seeding. So if you finish first place in qualifier 1, you get the top seed in the bracket. And then if you finish first place in qualifier 2, you will get the 2 seed in the bracket. The remaining seeds will be filled based on the global rankings. And then there's this thing about tiebreakers. Any tied players at the end of the open qualifiers will settle the score on the diamond with a last decider tournament for a ticket to the grand finals. Interesting. So overall, the seeding, it's gonna be, I think, a little bit confusing at first to people, but I think it's actually kind of cool the more I think about it, because last year we just had like 8 games on the weekend. However good you did in the 8 games would get you points, and then you'd finish, you know, in the top 8, you get a spot. It was very simple. It was very basic. Now we actually have like legitimate tournaments every single weekend to get into the big tournament. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if people like it, but now we're going to start talking about the actual rules of the games and how you can build your teams, what the settings are going to be. This is going to be where people are going to get interested. So for the format, it's going to be DD, obviously, 3-inning games, best of 1. Not a huge fan of that. That's the way it was last year, but it is what it is. On day 1, like we said, you got the Swiss bracket, the 6 rounds. On day 2, you got the single elimination bracket. But when you actually make it to the bracket, you are getting best of 3-inning games. So you don't just get a one and done. And then if you make it to the top 8 in the bracket, you're getting a best of 5. And then team selection, a Diamond Dynasty Battle Royale team will be drafted before the first match. I am not gonna lie to you guys, I hate that. I understand that it helps keep everybody on a little bit more of a level playing field. Everybody gets the same number of diamonds and golds and everything in a BR draft, but you don't get the same cards every round for every player. And some dudes might get the best BR draft of all time. Some dudes might get the worst BR drafted of all time, and you just have no control over that. I think that's terrible. BR tournaments, please, no more after this. Can we just do what we did last year where we choose our own cards, or just give us an overall cap? No BR stuff, man. It's way too random. I don't want that. But anyway, it says how to play. Access the match event page. You will be able to see it in the My Events tab. Click the Join Now option. Play the match. The result will automatically submitted, or will be automatically submitted at the end of the match. If any bug or problem is found, please contact support directly from the match event page. As soon as the tournament starts, you will build up your team that will stay the same for the rest of the tournament. The following players' restrictions will be enforced by the MLB 20 game integration. 2 diamonds, 3 golds, 9 silvers, 9 bronzes, 2 commons. For the match settings, it's going to be on Hall of Fame difficulty with guest pitch off, quick counts off, strike zone on, hot zone off, box off, umpire balls and strikes standard, ejections, and injuries off. And then when we're talking about the actual tournament finals, the grand finals, you make the top 8 in a qualifier and you get to play in the finals on August 8th and 9th. It is going to be single elimination with 3-inning games, but the top 128 to top 16 is again best of 3. The top 16 to the top 4 will get best of 5s, and then the finals will be a best of 7 series. But now let's talk about the part that I know you guys are excited about, the prizing. What do you get if you finish in a really good spot in the finals? Actually, before we even get into the finals, let's talk about the qualifiers. If you finish in the top 64 of any of the qualifiers, you're gonna get 5,000 stubs. If you finished in the top 32, you're getting 11,000 stubs. If you finish in the top 16, you're getting 24,000 stubs. If you finish in the top 8, you're getting 65 or 67,000 stubs. If you finish in the top 4, you're getting 150K. Number 2 in the qualifiers gets 600,000 stubs, and number 1 gets over 1,000,000. So if you finish in first place in any of the qualifiers, you're getting 1,000,000 stubs plus a guaranteed spot in the tournament. That's lit. And now for the grand final, let's take a look at the prizes. Up top it says all MLB team branded physical goods will be based on the winner's favorite MLB team. Winners will need to provide their name, shipping address, favorite team, shirt size, and hat size to receive the physical goods. All items set forth below are subject to availability, and the tournament organizer reserves the right to substitute an item, blah, 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 blah. So if you finish in the top 64 of the finals, like the grand finals, you get 5K stubs. If you finish in the top 32, 11,000 stubs. If you finish in the top 16, 24,000 stubs. In the top 8, 67,000 stubs. And then if you finish in the top 4, this is where the cash prizes start to come into play. If you finish in 4th place, you're getting $2,000, an authentic game-used baseball from the All-Star game, a custom jersey, a hat, and 150,000 stubs. If you finish in 3rd place, you're basically getting the same exact thing, except you get $3,000 instead of $2,000. In 2nd place, you get $5,000, you get a team-branded gaming chair, an authentic baseball used from the All-Star game, the jersey, the hat, and 600K stubs. And then if you finish in 1st place, you get a $15,000 grand prize. You get a recliner, a baseball that was used in the World Series, the jersey, the hat, and 1,000,000 stubs. So that's quite a jump from the $4,000 tournaments we had last year. Now it's 15. That's nutty. So if everything I've said has interested you guys, if you want to play in the tournament, all you do is you go on Diamond Dynasty, you go down one tab under ranked seasons, hit PS4 tournaments, there it is, just hit register. Except, also, you do have to link your account to ESL. So make an ESL account on ESL.com or whatever it is, and then you can link it. It's easy. It's easy to sign up. So if you guys are excited for this tournament, like I said, drop a thumbs up down below. Let me know what you think in the comments about like a BR style tournament. I really wish they would just let you make your own team the way you want to make it. I don't like the BR tournaments. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. Let me know if you're going to play. It's a free entry. Like, you might as well. You don't have to spend anything to get in. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.